They target people around the world.
I lost over $300,000.
Chinese cyber scam operations stealing tens of billions of dollars.
These are sophisticated criminal enterprises.
Committing not just fraud, but atrocities. Many of their workers, victims too. Trafficked, enslaved, and forced to scam.
然后大概有2、3千人左右。
因为在里面，经常呢你干不好他就打你，他用电棍电你。
Even children.
就当着大家的面去做，不会私下处理啊什么什么的。
Southeast Asia's Cambodia is a hotbed of these criminal enterprises. 101 East talks to victims of global scam operations and investigates the Chinese companies behind them and their links to the Cambodian elite.
He took all my money, basically, all my savings that I saved up to open up my own business.
This 33-year-old, we'll call Melissa, lives in the United States. During COVID, working from home and alone, she fell victim to a cyber scam.
I was just looking for a fun date.
Melissa swiped right when she saw Zi Zhao on dating app Hinge in August 2021. Using stolen photos of a Taiwanese actor, the man claimed he was Chinese, an architect, and stranded in the United States because of the pandemic.
This is another project he was supposedly working on.
He was cute. He would share pictures of his dog, you know, videos of like where he went on vacation. We text literally morning to night, every day. It was very, very believable.
So too was the online investment company he encouraged her to open an account with.
I'm a very careful person. I did my research, or at least I thought I did my research.
Over the next couple of months, Melissa transferred $300,000 to the account via a cryptocurrency wallet. At first, she was able to withdraw the money, but soon became victim to what's known in China as pig butchering.
I'm the pig, apparently. Yeah, like they're raising pigs. They're gonna fatten up the pig, which is fatten up the victim. And then once it's fat and juicy, which is when they get a lot of money out of us, then they're just gonna butcher us. My scammer, he got as much money out of me as they can, and then he disappeared.
Melissa then discovered the scammers were not in the United States, but in Southeast Asia.
It was just a horrible feeling. I don't know if I will ever, find justice, because he's in Cambodia.
But on the other side of the world, Melissa's scammer may also be a victim. For almost 40 years, Cambodia has been ruled by Prime Minister Hun Sen and his Cambodian People's Party. Repressive and brutal, he, his family and his cronies treat the country like their own business empire. Cambodia has long been regarded as one of the most corrupt countries in Asia, but in the past few years, corruption here has taken on a whole new dimension, the country becoming a haven for ruthless international criminals. Across Cambodia, compounds like these, surrounded by barbed wire fences, house cyber scam operations run by Chinese nationals.
There are thousands of people in Cambodia being forced to work in scamming compounds.
Jake Sims heads up International Justice Mission in Cambodia. The American Human Rights Organization has been involved in rescuing nationals from across Asia entrapped in compounds.
They're consistently reporting that there are guards, armed guards, preventing them from leaving the building, so we know that there's confinement going on. There's reports of people being beaten. They're told if they call the police that they're going to get beaten. They're threatened to be sold at what appear to be marketplaces where humans are sold for thousands of dollars to conduct these scamming operations.
Scamming compounds are impenetrable to outsiders. But on the outskirts of the capital, Phnom Penh, there's a hotel that's become a safe house for Chinese nationals rescued from behind their walls.
核实一下他，如果是真的是的话，我肯定会去救他，就这样。
Volunteer Lu Xianri hears it all. His phone is full of messages from Chinese citizens desperate to be freed from scam companies. How many do you receive a day?
Around 10 persons, new one.
Every day?
Yes.
One victim sends photos of his injuries and writes, then there's videos of abuse. Lu says he receives them directly from victims inside the scam industry or finds them posted in social media group chats. And he's got handcuffs. They're shocking. But they capture a reality Lu says he knows firsthand. Married with a child and working in the financial securities industry in China, in late 2020, Lu quit his job to learn how to run a business, travelling to Cambodia to help manage a friend's restaurant.
工资也不高，也没多少积蓄，然后就想着出来闯一闯。
But COVID hit, the restaurant closed and Lu was stranded. And that's when a regular customer offered him a job he'd regret accepting.
就给别人看看市场，然后看看票就可以了，就这样。然后每个月1万多吧，然后到时候2个月左右就可以回国了。
But on arriving at the company, he discovered he'd been sold to a scam syndicate.
我们已经给了1万2了，然后他说我已经给了你就要赔呀。
Other survivors at the safe house reveal they were trafficked from China into the scamming industry. To protect their identities, we've given them pseudonyms. Married with a toddler and a new baby, Ming answered an ad on WeChat for office work in Cambodia. The promised salary was 10 times higher than what he was earning in waste recycling.
他们带着我们过境的时候，其实我们也看这个情况不对啊，怎么会有带了枪的人呢？就希望他不要发生在我身上，他跟着他走就完了，就这样。
16-year-old Lin was working in a hot pot restaurant when a man she knew offered her a much higher paid typing job in Guangxi province on the border with Vietnam. But after accepting it, she and her friend found themselves being driven out of the country.
其实我在车上哭过的，但是不敢让他们看见。
And things got more terrifying as they were led on foot across a mountain range.
然后后面就是我们说话，他会把枪拿出来，就说你们都不准说话，一会儿我被抓进去了，我就弄死你们。然后我们当时很害怕。
23-year-old chef Chen answered an ad to promote online games.
他那时候跟我说的很相信的，说得很清楚的。
24-year-old aspiring golf coach Hong signed up to be a quality controller in a food factory.
那时候我没有第一次还没有出过国。
Both men had their flights and COVID-19 quarantine paid for, but when they arrived for their first day at work, they discovered they'd been duped.
然后但是到了公司以后不是4月不是下来了吗？然后我就问，这不是说是去食品厂工作吗？他说这哪食品厂，这就是网络诈骗园区呢。
All of these victims were locked up in compounds 5 hours drive southwest of the capital, in the city of Sihanoukville. A massive influx of Chinese investment has seen it develop from a sleepy beachside town to a dangerous casino metropolis, where organised crime and corruption flourish. In the past few years, Sihanoukville has become ground zero for human trafficking and slavery. In many of the buildings in the city, people are held against their will and forced to scam across the world.
It's often weak and highly corrupt governments that are allowing these sorts of activities to take place.
A fluent Mandarin speaker, Jason Tower, is a security expert who's been tracking Chinese scam syndicates operating across Southeast Asia.
The first thing they do on arrival in Cambodia is they will work to build close relationships with extremely senior leaders. If you start to look at, who are the names on the titles of some of the businesses that hold the buildings in which these activities take place, you'll find that there are people who are closely connected to the highest levels of leadership in Cambodia.
Scattered around the city, the light of day reveals the size of the scamming sites. This is known as Crown Industrial Park. It's owned by Crown Resorts, a subsidiary of Anko Brothers, a company owned by government senator Kok An. Security guards' uniforms are emblazoned with a badge for his Anko water supply. Lu Xianri says he was entrapped here.
这个园区规模还是很大的，然后大概有2、3千人左右，里面他都不给出去的。